Hey everybody, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your first Google Apps Script project and use it to send yourself a simple email reminder. Now, anyone can do this. All you need is a Google account. It can be a free account or a work account. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to start in Google Drive in an empty folder, come up and hit New in the top left, go to this More menu, and then select Google Apps Script. And that's going to open a new tab and create as a project. Now, because the scripts exist in your Google Drive, the permissions work in the same way that Google Sheets or Google Docs do as well. So that's what this pop-up is just saying. Anyone who has access to that folder could also see the script. So there we go, we've got our app script project. Now, in other videos, I'll go into a bit more detail about what all these settings do, but for now, I'm just going to change the name to First Apps Script, and then come into the actual code bit here. So you can see it's created as an empty function called my function. It's also not a very good name, so I'm going to change it to send email reminder. Cool. Now I'm going to write the actual code for our email. So I'm going to start with mail app, which is accessing the Gmail API, and then use the send email function. Now all it needs is 3 bits of information: who we want to send the email to, so in this case myself, the subject for that email, so I'm going to call it test email reminder, and then the content to actually have in that email. So I'm just going to say, hi Greg, please send the email to the customer. And it's as simple as that. That's all we need. I'm going to come up here and hit the save icon, and then select run. Now, the first time this is going to take a little bit of time, and then the second we're going to get a pop-up, here we go, saying authorization required. So if we continue through to here, we're going to select our Google account, similar to if you use Google to log into other platforms as well. And then it's going to tell us which permissions it actually needs. So obviously for an email reminder, it needs permission to send an email as me. So I'll allow it to do that. Once you've done that, the pop-up will close, and you can see the execution started and completed within a second of each other. So it's super quick. And I can come back into my inbox and see the actual email that I sent to myself with my subject and text. So that's great, it worked. But a reminder is not much good if you have to come and click the run button to send it. So I'm going to come over here into the left-hand menu and select triggers. And then once I'm in this page, currently there are no triggers because we have a new project here, and select add trigger in the bottom right. So I'm going to choose my function to run. We only have one in this case, but that's why it's important to give them good names in case you have multiple functions in one project. Send email reminder. It's going to be a time-based trigger, and you can see here the options we have. We can set it to run at a specific date and time, or every minute, hour, day, week, or month. Say this is an email I need to send every month to my customer. So I'll select month, and then you can select which day of the month you want to send it on. I'm going to say the 1st of the month, and then what time on the 1st is this function going to run. So let's say it's 7 a.m. So when I come into the office on the 1st of the month, that email reminder will be waiting for me. The last thing to do is this failure notification setting, and set that to immediately. So then if there's a problem with your script and it tries to run without you pressing the button, it will send you an email to let you know that it didn't work. So let's hit save. Now again, because we're setting a trigger for the first time, it might ask us for those permissions again, in which case we'll get the same pop-up and then have to go through that Google login flow. Here we go. But once you've done that, then it will create and save our trigger. And you can see in the table, it's owned by me. If it had run before, it would tell us when it last ran. You can see it's a time-based trigger, which function it's running, and if it has problems, you get a percentage figure there for how many times it's failed or run successfully. And that's it. You've now got a simple email reminder that runs on the 1st of every month to send yourself an email to remind you to do your little task. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or would like to learn more, please just let me know. Thanks.